Yo, 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 what's going on, Rock the Bells Cruises? This is Dre, and this is Dre's Rock the Bells Cruise Podcast. This is an unofficial podcast of Rock the Bells. I just need to get that out there. Um, First things first, I got to make sure that you know that this is an unofficial event or podcast of Rock the Bells. So when I say that, basically, they're not held accountable to any of the information you get from this podcast, whether it be something that I misinform you of something I told you or whatever it may be. But I just want to let you know it's an unofficial Rock the Bells podcast. This is my podcast. I went through different channels to post it on Facebook. I got permission from the 6-man staff that said who reached out to Rock the Bells, I believe. And I can just do this podcast as long as I let you know it's the unofficial podcast of Rock the Bells Cruise. No, I kept saying it 5 times, but I got to keep saying it. So you'll hear me say that throughout this podcast. You'll hear me say that throughout the podcast in the future too. So this is episode 1, countdown to greatness. I got a list here because I'm right here. I got a list because there's some things I don't want to forget to say. I know I'll forget, so I got a list. I always have a list. I usually don't do a podcast without a list because I got talking points, and sometimes I remember them, sometimes I don't. But anyway, that's another story. This is an unofficial Rock the Bells podcast. This is Dre's Rock the Bells Cruise podcast. All right, totally separate. All right, so let's get on with it. So one thing I want to talk about, and this ain't gonna be a long podcast. This is kind of just to introduce you to what the podcast is going to be about and stuff like that. I might refer down to my list here. So if you see me look down, I'm looking at my list here. So just wanted to get that out the way also. So this podcast, I just wanted to do this podcast because I just want first time cruisers to, be more prepared for it. I want to get them excited. Even second time cruisers or third time like us, we're going to be a third time cruiser, my wife and I. So we're looking forward to it. And I guarantee you, when you come back the following year, you definitely learn more than what you did the last time, meaning what you should do, what you can do to make things better, have a better experience. So this podcast is for first time, second time, third time cruisers, but there's a lot of things I want to speak about with first time podcasters, first time cruisers. If I say first time podcasters, you know what I'm talking about. My mind's in podcast mode. But this is for first time cruisers, especially because I want you to have some information. I want to get you excited. I want everybody to get excited. I'm excited as I don't know what, man. I'm so excited about this third time coming back, man. I'm gonna have a good time, man. I'm gonna go a little into that in a little while. But there's some things I want to, we're going to talk about. These episodes going to consist of talking about top 5 rappers. I'll have guests on for that. That's going to be a doozy. We're going to talk about our experiences, our first, second, third time experiences. We're going to talk about the food. We're going to talk about the day parties, the pre-planned parties. We're going to talk about everything we can, anything to do with possibly. We're going to talk about the lineup. That's definitely something we want to talk about. Who's going to what? What do you think of this event? And even talk about some of the suggestions for next year. So this podcast is going to be jam packed, man, with some good stuff, man. So and it's just not me. I'm gonna have guests on. We all gonna take part in that. It's not gonna be just me, because my opinion, and you don't want to hear me every podcast just saying what's on my mind. So it's for everybody, man. This podcast is created by me, but it's for everybody. So you're more than welcome to come on if you want to come on and be a guest, even if you want to be a co-host, because I'm looking for some co-hosts. Even if you want to be a co-host, hit me up, man. Just hit me up in my messenger on Facebook, and I'll definitely get back to you, man, because like I said, I don't mind having guests. I don't mind having co-hosts, and that just makes the conversation a little bit more better for the podcast, and everybody enjoy it, having their own opinions. Some of these podcasts will be pre-recorded like this one, and then there'll be some that's going to be live. So that's going to be fun because you can leave comments and stuff like you're going to be able to leave comments and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to that. What else? And I think that's it as far as um what we're gonna be doing with the podcast. If you have ideas of stuff we can do on the podcast, cool. Let's make it happen. Hit me up, and we could do that. If it's cool, it's cool. One thing I want to say about this podcast, like I said, even though it's an unofficial uh event, a Rock the Bells event, or Rock the Bells podcast. Even though it's an unofficial Rock the Bells podcast, I still want to keep it clean on here. Like, just keep it positive. Try not to be so negative. If any, just I mean, if you don't like something, that's a whole different story. If you don't like it, you it's just ways of saying it. You ain't got to be like, yo, I don't like that shit. Nah, I don't. That shit is whack. I mean, you can just say it. It's the way you say it. You know what I'm saying? So just be like, you could be like, yo, I wasn't feeling it. So, blah, 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 and tell me why or whatever. But if that, I just try to keep it positive, keep it PG, man. I mean, we all adults here. But just want to keep it positive. So that's my spill for that. Like when we have guests, and if you become a guest on the show, on the podcast rather, let's just keep it positive and have fun, man. Because we got first time cruisers watching too, and we don't want them to get the wrong idea, because this cruise was off the chain, man. The first time around, the second time around for me, and this third time it's gonna be off the chain. So I'm looking forward to that. So just wanted to get that out the way. But we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff on this podcast, and a lot of the ideas are gonna come from you and not me, because I'm gonna take those ideas that you hit me up with, and then we're gonna make it happen. All right. I got my list, but there's a couple of things I want to go over for the first time cruises. There's 3 things I want to just go over and mention real quick. This might help you have a better experience. And even if you're the second time cruises too, you might have a better experience. All right. So first one, I got my list here. Don't bring anything you shouldn't bring. And when I say that, don't bring anything you shouldn't bring. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Because once you go in, for those who this is your first time, you're gonna go in, and you're gonna walk this way. You're gonna be in a line. You're just gonna follow everybody, and stuff like that. But before you get on the ship, you're gonna be sitting in the area where the dogs are gonna come. They didn't come last year. It was my first year. Dogs came and sniffed out everybody's bags. The officer brung the dog over to everybody's bags, and I think the carry-on bags or whatever, because I got my bags I had my bags with me. So the officer came over there and brung dogs to sniff your bags. And the first year somebody had, I guess they had substances, I'm gonna say controlled substances in the bag. And they wind up getting locked up, and no cruise for them. So I'm going to tell you, first time cruises, even everybody who's been there before, be careful, because don't bring anything you shouldn't bring. That's all I'm saying, man. Don't bring anything you shouldn't bring. That's all I'm saying. All right. You get the point. There'll be sniffing dogs out there before you get on. So they got a nose. All right. So the second thing, get there early. And when I say get there early, I mean get to the dock early, in addition to getting to Miami early. You don't want to be that person. Every year that person comes. That person that the cruise, they come the same day that they dock. I mean they board the cruise. Don't do that, because if your flight is delayed, you're done. You know what I mean? You either gonna have to fly to the Bahamas, and I don't even know if they'll let you get on there. But if you miss the boat, man, or if the flight is delayed, you're done, man. Like you're not gonna enjoy the experience of boarding, and that's an experience in itself, man. Like you about to get on, you be feeling pumped up. I know I was my first year. My first year was with it was the 50th anniversary of hip hop. So I was pumped anyway. It was just fun meeting people while I'm about to get on. We were in line and stuff. Met my frat brother, Rich too. Big up to y'all. But yeah, it's just it's the mingling and all of that, and anticipating, waiting to get on, and you talking to people. You don't want to miss that. So get there on time. My first year I got there 2 days early, and it was great because I got to see Miami. I had never been in Miami before, so it was good chilling. And then they had the pre parties, like the pre parties, before getting on the ship and all that. So that was cool. I think it was Ebony who's I think it was Ebony who was more knowledgeable than me about those pre parties. So check her out too. See if I can get her on here too. But yeah, just just get here early, man, because I had a good time too. Get there early. I came there 2 days ahead. Went to Miami, enjoyed Miami, and that was great. This year, I did it last year too. My second time cruising. And when I say first time cruising, not my first time cruising ever. It's just my first time cruising with Rock the Bells. That was 2 years ago. But I said get there early. What else did I say? This year I'm only gonna get there a day early because I seen Miami, and I'm just gonna be ready to get on this cruise and parlay and just kick it. You know what I mean? Just chill, meet some people, and have a good time. So I'll be there a day early. My wife and I will be there a day early, and we just gonna have a good time, man. So get there early. The third thing was the tip. This is something I didn't know the first year. You could pay your tip at the beginning. At the beginning of the cruise, you can go to customer service and just pay your tip for that whole time. Me, I don't particularly do that because I feel kind of like, okay, so if I go pay my tip for the whole week, that means I ain't really got to tip anybody because it's in the money that I paid already for them, split it up or whatever. But if somebody brings me food or something and the waiter was good and I just don't tip them, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not feeling that. I wouldn't even feel good about that. And they don't know if you left a tip already, for the week. They don't know that. So to them, you just didn't leave a tip. So, that might rub them the wrong way. And you don't want them, they seem like real happy people, man, like good people, especially the servers and the people who work in the food industry on the ship. They seem like they're very pleasant. They smile, they greet you. And maybe that because they get paid for that, but it seems very genuine to me. So I don't pay the tip for the week. I'd rather just pay them out, just give it to them directly. So that's another thing that you can keep in mind for people who are cruising for the first time. What else? So I want to talk about real quick my experiences on a cruise. All right, so the first year, I'm not gonna like the first year, it was like off the chain. Like I really enjoyed myself all years, really, but it was just like off the chain. My first cruise with Rock the Bells, everything was real good. Um, the food was good. The guy, guy, y'all know the happy washy washy or whatever it is, whatever he say. He was cool too. I liked him, man. But I had so many different experiences my first year on the cruise. One of the funniest things that I experienced on the cruise was, I think it was Trick Daddy and Trina, right? The day we boarded, they were on that night, right? And they ain't got no filter, right? So they performing, and a Disney ship pulls up to the dock, and you can see the little kids on there and all of that. Man, Trick Daddy and Trina started performing. I seen one mother cover up her child's ears. Excuse me. I seen one mother cover up her child's ears because they was just going. It's like my child's not hearing that. That you could see parents pulling their child off the deck and taking them in because of the explicit lyrics from the rap. So that was kind of funny. Man, I was just cracking up on that one. And my other experience was the all white party. It was supposed to be outside, but it rained, so they had it in there. And that all white party that was the day I realized Kid Capri is not human. Like For real, man. Kid Capri, man, he's like no other DJ, man. And I'm not just saying that. He is just like no other DJ, man. Like he gets you pumped up. He gets you like like he just like the voice, the instructions, like throw the hands up, like he just get it in, man. And there was one particular that one particular point where I was like, yo, Kid Capri ain't human, because the way he getting people up on the floor, getting up off they out of their seats is just unreal. And I think I got, as a matter of, let me just see something. I got that clip. So I'm gonna let you see this clip right now, right? I hopefully Facebook don't mute it, because it's music in it. But I'm gonna let you hear that right now. So check this out. Check this out right now. All right, so you seen that, right? Yo, and you think that junk was lit just watching it, being there. For all of y'all who, any of y'all who was there at that particular one, leave a comment below and let me know how you was feeling that night if you were there. But you see how them people was just like, everybody was up, man. It was just like live. I was like, yo, Kid Capri, hands down, my DJ, man. Like that's my DJ, yo. So that was good. So yeah, that was my one of my better experiences with my first time cruising with Rock the Bells. The Wildin' Out was good. It was just, everything was just good, man. It was just good. So I had a good time my first year. My second year, I had a real good time. It definitely wasn't better than my first. But I did have a good time, man. Redman and Method Man, I was really wanting them to come, but they ain't make it. So I still had a good time though. Jadakiss, man, he nice with it, man. So I enjoyed him. All the rap, all the performance was pretty good. So my second time around, that was good. My third this year, it's supposed to be the lineup. I think is pretty decent, man. I think the lineup is pretty decent. And honestly, it don't even matter, man. We just gonna have a good time, man. Everybody's just gonna be vibing. It's just gonna be a vibe, yo. I mean, last year, first year, second year, we had no issues at all, man. Like it was just a vibe, yo. And everybody was just like nodding their head, walking past each other. Even if you ain't know nobody, man, you by the end of that cruise, man, you was chilling with somebody, man. It was just, we was just vibing like that, man. And everybody was just mingling, even like the performers, man, they was just in it with us, man. DJ Scratch, he was in there just chilling all the time. He wasn't hiding at all. So I respect to you, my brother. Salute to you. Jadakiss out there living his best life for real. I mean, everybody was just chilling, man. Nobody was like, I'm celeb status and I'm above you. That was just, it was just a vibe. So I enjoyed that, and I'm looking forward to that for this third cruise. So I hope y'all have a good time. And one thing I want you to do, if you're watching this, leave a comment. Let me know if it's your first time, your second time, or this is gonna be your third time cruising with Rock the Bells. Like I said, my first time was during hip hop's 50th year anniversary, so they went all out. It was my first time. It was great. Had a good time. So, and one last thing I want to tell you about my experience. So the first year I was so into my wife and I was so into the performances, right? So, it's hard to get a good spot out there, when like somebody's coming, like Busta Rhymes, you want to get a good seat so you could see the show, see the show and all of that. So we get there like 2 hours early, 3 hours early, just to sit out there so we have a good seat. I don't think I want to do that this year. Like I felt like there's other things I could have been doing. I could have been enjoying more things. in that 3 hours instead of just waiting there. And don't get me wrong, that 3 hours it was chill too. It was a vibe too. But there's a lot of other things that I could have been doing instead of just being somewhere just to get a good seat. So this year I told myself I'm not going to go there early to go get a seat or whatever. There's a lot of things I didn't do last year. It was like a lot of the small stuff that I ain't know about. So I'm going to make it my business to make sure that I'm doing other things. Not just the concerts and all of that stuff. So there's a lot of things we could do on that cruise, man. I just didn't pay attention to all of it. I was so into the shows, into the food that there was other things going on, and you get a nice list of what's going on at what time. So take advantage of it. You know what I mean? Don't worry about the destinations of being here and being there. Just do your thing, man. Just be free. You know what I'm saying? Definitely want to tell y'all that. And this doesn't have to be for first time cruises. I mean, the second time around, y'all know what it is, man. Every time you come back, you should have a better experience from the year before, because you find out more things you can do and stuff like that. So, it's going to be a vibe. Like I said, man, it's going to be a vibe. But that's going to be it for me for this podcast. I do want to make an announcement. There's going to be a town hall, a Rock the Bells town hall meeting on Thursday at 12 noon. And that's where Six Man Letty is going to answer questions. If you have questions about the cruise, some upcoming concerns, or you want to know, should we do this or do that? Can we bring this? Can we bring that? That town hall meeting is going to answer all of those questions. So Six Man Letty will be in there for that. I'm going to be in there, I think. I mean, it's at 12 noon, so most of us will be at work. But if you got a phone, you can use your computer. You can sit in your car and use your phone, or you can just use your computer at work. Don't let your boss know. You ain't trying to get fired because you paying for this cruise, so you need that money, right? So for real, you can tune in at 12 o'clock. Like I said, I plan on having Six Man Letty on this podcast because I had to get permission to put this podcast on this platform, and I did it through Six Man Letty. So, we're gonna collaborate and do some stuff, and I thought that was a good idea to share different ideas. The town hall and just me giving information, and I'm going to try to give official information, even though this is an unofficial Rock the Bells podcast. I'm going to try to give official information. So I'm not going to be, if I'm not sure of a policy, or if I'm not sure of a event, or I'm not sure who's coming or at what time, I'm not going to give that information until I know for sure, until I hear it from the 6-man staff, or I hear it from Rock the Bell. So we got to keep this, I'm going to try to keep the information official. Okay. So, but that's it, man. This is it for episode 1. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and don't forget, this is pre-recorded. So, and another thing, this first episode is supposed to be August 1st, which it is August 1st, but it's late. Usually from here on out, I'll be dropping all podcasts in the morning if it's pre-recorded. If it's live, then you're going to get it probably that night live around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. I'm not sure, but you'll know in advance when the next podcast is going to drop if it's live at a specific time. But if it's pre-recorded, like next week, let's just say next Friday, the next podcast comes out. If it's pre-recorded, you're going to get it in the morning. Not like today where you got it like late tonight. Okay. Cause it's late. So, but other than that, if you want to be a guest on here, hit me up, instant messenger through Facebook. If you want to, be a co-host, I might need some co-hosts so we can just go back and forth, bounce some stuff off. I don't want to do this by myself, man, because it's better with 2 people. 2 is better than 1, and 3 is better than 2. So, I can get up to 2 myself and 2 other people, as, co-hosts, maybe 3. But whatever, man. Like if y'all want to be a part of this, man, I'm happy to do it because this ain't my podcast. It's for us. It's created by me, but it's just it's for us, man. It's not just mine. Like, so I want to get your ideas and let's make this stuff happen, man. For real. Rock the Bells Cruise, man. It's gonna be great. October ain't getting here fast enough. We got 87 days, counting from this Friday. 87 days, man. I'm counting it down. Can't wait. So I'll see y'all, man. I'm out. I'll see you on the next episode, and we gonna talk, man. We gonna talk. All right. So this is Dre. I'm out, man. I'll see y'all later on the flip side. Peace.